Women excel at what linguistics expert Deborah Tannen calls rapport talk. Men feel most comfortable with rapport talk. Even though women may have more confidence in verbal ability, aptitude test proves their superior skill. That's why women talk a lot, right? They talk better than men. They are less likely to use that ability in a public contest. Men feel comfortable giving reports to groups or interrupting a speaker with an objection. That's why men argue a lot. These are skills learned in the male hierarchy. Many women might perceive the same behavior as putting themselves on display. For example, at a party, men tell stories, share their expertise, and tell jokes, while the women usually converse in small groups about more personal subjects. They are busy connecting while the men are positioning themselves. How does this relate to communicating within your marriage? It comes down to this. Conversationally speaking, women share feelings and men solve problems. If you do not comprehend this difference, your conversations can be terribly frustrating. For example, wife, you won't believe the amount of work my boss is giving me. Listen to this. Husband, honey, I keep telling you to talk to him about that. These kinds of interactions send too many couples to counselors because they don't understand that women share feelings and men solve problems. Once this distinction is made, a simple solution can be applied that works instantly and with a very little practice. Simply label the type of conversation you want to have and ask your partner to join you. It's no easy. Just because men have a tendency to solve problems and women have a tendency to share feelings doesn't mean that each isn't capable of the other mode. Here is how the above conversation could have proceeded. Wife, you won't believe the amount of work my boss is giving me. Listen to this. Honey, I keep telling you to talk to him about that. I know, but I would like to have a feeling conversation right now, okay? Mentioning it. You want to have a feeling conversation right now. I just need to get this out. Him, okay, tell me about it. At that point, she can relate the incident and he can actively listen to her feelings, reflecting them back to her from time to time. When you realize the two of you are in different modes, labeling a conversation feeling talk or problem talk works magic. Honoring both styles in your marriage and validating your partner's communication gifts. We will have much more to say about gender differences in the next chapter. Apologize when necessary. A graceful apology is a courtesy to civility. A gesture that helps crowded citizens put up with each other. A modest bow to keep hassles within tolerable bounds. But within a marriage, an apology to your partner that is sincerely meant is much more than a civility. It can be a powerful tool for resolving issues and strengthening your relationship. Sometimes, apologizing is perfectly straightforward. When one partner blows it and the offense is minor, in brackets, maybe he forgot to put gas in the car, a graceful apology is all it takes for the incident to be dropped. At other times, an apology can be surprisingly complicated. Like lots of couples, one husband and wife we worked with would regularly short-circuit their argument with hasty apologies. I said I was sorry for what I did. One of them would say, now, why can't you forget about it and move on? That's even the more reason why I will not forget it and move on. These forms of apology is really a tool of manipulation. Exactly. A way of getting off the hook and avoiding the real issues. What is worse? A premature apology blocks real change. That's what is worse. One husband snapped at his wife at a dinner party. Later he said, I'm sorry, but look, you have to understand that I have been under a lot of stress lately, which is a one manipulation. That's total manipulation. The husband was avoiding responsibility for his insensitive behavior. What his wife needed to hear was, "I'm sorry, it isn't right to lash out at you when I'm stressed." This would have told the wife that her husband understood he had hurt her and would try not to do it again. There is a quote here by Eliza in My Fair Lady, and it says, "Words, words. I'm so sick of words. I get words all day through. Is that all you blisters can do? Don't talk of stars burning above. If you are in love, show me." True apologies in marriage can happen only when partners come to understand accountability. This is another way of saying that each of you must take responsibility for your own behavior. Acknowledge your partner's point of view and at times own up to things about yourselves you don't like. Finally, it may mean making changes. "I had to swallow my pride and admit to something unlikable about myself," one husband told us. "But once I did, I started changing." All couples need a healing mechanism, a way to turn a new page in marriage, and knowing how and when to say you are sorry can make a big difference. Ask yourself when and how you apologize. Does one of you apologize more than the other? Do you use apologies to short-circuit or whitewash issues? An apology might not be a literal "I'm sorry." It may be giving gifts, sharing an evening out, or simply taking a quiet walk together. The point is that a sincere apology, whatever its form, leaves the couple with a renewed closeness and a relieved feeling that all is well. This one, titled "Power Down and Get Offline." Very, very important. Ready for some startling news?